Don Weiland was a member of the famed Phoenixville golfing family, a classification given by published accounts from the 1950s. The Phoenixville Country Club member grew up in the game alongside 5 siblings, all of whom earned their keep on the competitive circuit.
Young, there was 4 boys, and we were 1 year apart, the first 3 of us, and 2 years in the 4th, so we had our natural family foursome. And my father was into golf. He played at the Phoenixville Country Club and was president there for 13 years. And he stayed president until they paid everything off. So he was president from 1926 to the year I was born, until 13 on to that, which means 1939. And then he just went on the board, but the club was debt-free. And he would take us out to the golf course as kids. We called Frank Chip. He was 11 months older than I, and we were the same age for a month. And I was then Pete, and I was a year ahead of him. And then my father skipped a year, then Doug came along. And then Nancy came along, and then Ree came along. And Ree is Helen Ree, she's the youngest. And she's won just about everything you could win in Philadelphia. Father said, you know, you can play golf forever, and there's 4 of you. And although my father died when he was 53 suddenly, you know. But we kept playing golf, and we were all active in sports.
Wyland quickly found success of his own as a junior. He was a finalist in the 1944 Junior Boys Championship at Old York Road Country Club, where he fell to Charles J. Albertus Jr. of Overbrook Golf Club on the 17th hole.
Him holing out of the bunker on the 17th hole. I was 1 up going there. Lost that and lost the last hole.
As the years passed, Weiland continued to improve his golf game. He passed the tough test in 1950 to earn a spot in the U.S. Open field at Marion.
The big thing is to qualify to get in, because they had the qualifying at North Hills, and there was 12 qualifiers. And I was in the last group, and I was told I needed a 4 on the last hole to get in. Well, I made 4, and they said, well, you got in the playoff. so there was, I don't know how many in the playoff. There was 8 or 10 of us. We all played off, and it was getting dark, and it had been drizzling and damp all day. And they had lights out there and everything, and we all drove, and I think they had us go by the order we come in. I was the last one to hit, and I know I hit a good drive, and they said that people out there spotting where the balls were, and I had the longest drive because I was upset because I thought I was in with and the people up on the green, it was wet, and they said, well, the last ball came up, went past the pin, he came back and hit the pin, and that was my ball, so I was in. And I think there was 3 others that got in at the same time. I think 4 of us got in out of the 10 or 12 that played off.
Hard luck seemed to follow Weiland throughout his amateur career, but it never defined it. He emerged as perhaps the most consistent player in Philadelphia, qualifying for match play in the Gap Amateur Championship 12 consecutive years. Weiland's best finish came in 1949, when he advanced to the semifinals, but fell to Berkshire Country Club's John Markle, 1 up at Huntington Valley Country Club.
Well, I won my first 2 matches. And whatever the paper said, I know I played pretty well. And yeah, because I was playing good and I was confident. But sometimes, no matter how well you play or something, you get beat. And sometimes, you know, you don't play well and you win. You just keep coming back. You're not going to win them all.
Weiland also competed in 5 Patterson Cups. He lost to close friend John Dineski of White Marsh Valley Country Club by a stroke at Aronimink Golf Club in 1953.
I had a chance to win one at Aronimink, and I lost to Dineski by 1 shot, I think it was. I was told I needed a bird on the last hole, and actually I needed a par to tie him. And I sort of jammed a putt in for 3, and it popped out. And then I realized that
Weiland earned his first piece of prestigious hardware the following year in the Sonny Frazier tournament at Atlantic City Country Club.
1953, I lost in the finals to Howard Everett. I beat Billy Hyman to get in the finals. And then the next year, I played Everett in the finals again and beat him. I think he had beat me 5-4 the year before, and I beat him 4-3 in the finals. And that was sort of a breakthrough because the Fraser tournament, some of the past winners were Carrie Middlecoff, who won 2 National Opens, Julius Boros, who won the National Open, Bo Winninger, who won a number of tournaments on the tour, and then you had Sonny Fraser, you had Heinemann, and you had Everett. And up until that time, they were the only ones that ever won it. And that's still one of the proudest platters I have. It has all their autographs in it, into the platter, and mine would have gone in there too, but that's the year that they had the fire in the country club, and all that was destroyed. Either one of those years, Palmer won the 3rd flight, and look how far he came.
In the early 1960s, Weiland moved to Nigeria for business reasons, but still played golf competitively at the Ikoyi Club.
Committee that ran all the tournaments and everything, and they were strict as you could be. It was great, just the way they handled it over there. They didn't take cursing or didn't throw a club or something. You were called down for it.
To hear more of Weiland's golf story, visit the association's YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/GapGolf09. For Gap TV, Tony Regina.